Star Wars is now 40 years old.
I find 99 objects that do 99...
But a bitch ain't one.
Welcome to Fat Man Batman. I'm Kevin Smith.
I'm Mark Bernard.
Okay, so Star Trek Discovery is happening whether you want it to or not.
What is the sonic power Black Canary uses called in the comic book?
Canary cry?
Correct!
This episode of the Quit Stalling Geekcast is brought to you by Jinx.com. To get 10% off of your entire shopping cart, use the promo code QuitStalling_366 at checkout. If Overwatch League has you hyped, and if supersonic acrobatic rocket-powered battle cars are your thing, and if your friend is still way too into Halo, then head on over to Jinx.com and use the promo code QuitStalling_366 at checkout to get 10% off of all your gamer and geek swag. That's QuitStalling_366 at checkout. Welcome everyone to the Quit Stalling Geekcast. I am your host, and that is my real name. I am Herald Silvestre, live from for the last time this current iteration of the Quit Stalling Media Studios studio. I will be moving in a matter of days, so I want to welcome you all to the Quit Stalling Geekcast. Some would say the Super Bowl of geekiness. No one says that. This is the show where we debate not whether Eagles or Patriots would win. What the heck? Who would wonder that? Rather, we will debate whether Eagles or Sharks, Jets or Sharks, or even Ducks versus Eastland. Juancho wouldn't know anything about that, but you know what, Juancho, you still owe me a viewing of the Mighty Ducks. That could be the thing we could watch together online. We could just watch the Mighty Ducks.
Go ahead. I think we should. I was trying to not talk until my face shows up.
All right, fine, fine. I know I'm supposed to say one more thing, but I'm totally forgetting. So, you know what? Here we go. Making his 22nd?
First.
22nd appearance on the show. No relation to Zoe. The man, the myth, the Lucio main. It's Juancho Saldana. How you doing, Juancho?
What's up, guys? Juancho here. Also, I haven't played Lucio in forever. I just like wearing the jacket now. Actually, it's Moira now. If you played with me recently, you would know that.
I'm sorry.
Ever since the nerf, but yeah. So 22nd, I think. That's crazy.
Dude,
is that right?
That's a lot of shows and a lot of weeks.
That's like 5 weeks. 5 weeks, 5 months worth, right?
Dude, that's a
give or take.
Long time. Yeah. Has it been that
Feels
long?
Feels like only yesterday you posted in that group, and I was like, oh, hey, you're looking for a co-host, and I just messaged you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm still looking for
crazy.
One. No, but, it would be nice to get, a consistent third chair.
We are technically looking for a host, because Jay is missing.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. Jay, if you're watching this, let us know you're right. Give us a little text.
Also, I wouldn't call us the Super Bowl of geek news. We're more like the Little League of geek news for now. We're working.
It's a matter of perspective. I would like to think we're super enough, and I spend enough time on the toilet to call ourselves the Super Bowl of geekiness. And Ryan in the chat is keeping us mighty accompanied. He's saying, "Oh shoot, Mighty Ducks reference." Yeah, man. We love us some Mighty Ducks on this half of the Geekcast. This half.
I like the cartoon.
The cartoon was good, actually. Growing up, I enjoyed that. That was a good. That was awesome. I enjoyed myself on that cartoon. So yes, everyone, welcome to the Geekcast. If you've seen the thing that I posted everywhere, we got a lot to talk about today, including a whole lot of Super Bowl commercials that happened during the Super Bowl. And you know what, Juancho? What happens nowadays is they don't even wait till the Super Bowl. Some of them just upload it on YouTube beforehand and call it a Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah. I find it completely ridiculous, actually. The amount of. But are we talking about that now?
No, we'll talk about it.
Want to talk about? Yeah. Normally, this is the time we ask each other what we've been doing. So let's start with you. I know you have a lot to say. I do have a lot to say. My life is boring, so.
So let's start with you then.
Okay. Nothing. Still unemployed. Still looking for a job. Sending out emails. This weekend I went out a bit, so I didn't get to catch up on the show you were saying. And you said it Sunday, I think, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So I was out like the entire day Sunday, and today's Monday for me. So.
Oh,
you get to watch. Sorry.
I mean, I asked you to do one thing, and it's all right. It's all right.
I don't even know what that was, so I was like, what is this?
We'll
they didn't hype me up at all.
Yeah, we don't even have to talk about it if you didn't watch it.
You didn't sell it. You didn't sell it to me yet. You know, like you're just like, oh, you should watch this. I didn't even know what it was.
We were talking about stuff that we should watch. To talk about an episode recap. How much more do I have to sell it? Not sorry. We can hold it off for like a different show because since it's bingeable, we don't really have to talk about it like right now. You know.
It's not a show that's. Is it an ongoing show right now or?
No, that's
done.
Yeah, it's a one-time, big-time Netflix. The usual, like, Netflix released everything in one day. So for those of you at home, we're talking about Altered Carbon. I had the... I wouldn't say pleasure. I had the privilege. I wouldn't even say privilege. I was able to watch it over the weekend. And we were supposed to talk about it on episode
You
recap
tried
today.
so hard to just make... I watched Netflix over the weekend sound nice. You tried so hard. Props to you.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, you know. So yeah, I watched Altered Carbon, and we'll probably talk about it next week when Juancho's been able to see it. And if we could find Jay to
I know.
Yeah, he's missing. He's MIA, guys. He's MIA. But yeah, so.
Funny, he said a lot of stuff in the chat too before we went on, right?
I have a joke like. He said like so much stuff, and you know, you and I, we've been doing this for, like we said, like 22, 24 weeks, including the weeks that you weren't able to show up. Like we talked about we talk about the show we plan, and the thing is, you know, we've had a rhythm, we've had stuff that, you know, we have an understanding with, and then all of a sudden he's like, no, we should do this, and no, I don't think we should do that, and it's like, come on, man, We've been doing it. You can't just come in and impose your will. You should only
talk about the good episodes of a show. And I'm like, no, sometimes it's really nice to talk about the bad shows, because the bad episodes, you know, you get to compare them with the good. Yeah, we had like the whole discussion.
No, but the thing is, like, I always appreciate feedback, and yeah, I just like making fun of situations like this. Come on, man, we've been doing this for 19 years. You can't just come in here, you young whippersnapper, and tell us how to do our jobs. No, but yeah, we'll figure out a rhythm to that as well. And shout out to Mada Project over on Twitch chat. He's saying, everybody talk about the show. We appreciate it. I love that everyone's talking about the Geekcast. Thank you so much, Mada Project. I think he's talking about Altered Carbon. Yeah, it came out of nowhere for me, actually.
Dude, like I said, I've never heard of it, and then you brought it up like once, and then normally when you tell me to watch something, you say it on the show. You go like, oh, I heard about this thing.
Yeah.
Or there's hype for it, or we live in a day and age where there's trailers for literally anything, even trailers.
Oh, because that's the thing. Now that you bring it up, I was going through YouTube, and all of a sudden, like the day before this released, I got like every YouTube video I watched, there was an Altered Carbon ad before it. So I was like, oh, it looks it's cyberpunk. Blade Runner was pretty cool, so I might as well check it out. I'm waiting for.
Oh, so you gave in to the ads?
Yeah. I see a KFC ad, man. I order KFC. Okay, you can't predict this kind of behavior. Actually, you can. That's why they do it. So.
Fair enough, because I think I'm going to have to go to the supermarket soon, and I feel like picking up some Tide. So, fair enough. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're getting off track again. What have you been doing? You have a lot to say. Right?
Yeah, you know me, I've been working really hard on putting like clips up for the shows, hyping up the Geekcast and Game Bite throughout the week. And I haven't been able to do that the past week because I'm actually facilitating my move, like I mentioned earlier on. I'm moving from this condo to one that's near where I used to live before this one.
Yep.
And it's been a little bit of a, I wouldn't say a pain, but there are things that are tedious when you move, and you would know this.
Moving is such a hassle. I've moved like 5 times the past 2 years. Like legit had to move everything. Yeah. Oh, it's been crazy. So
yeah,
I feel you. I know. I mean,
Thank
you're just
you.
moving yourself. I had to move my entire family.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
right. So, so that's the thing. So I'm moving, and it's just been a pain to figure out like how to wrap things and buy bubble wrap and schedule.
Wait, you're
a truck.
not even moving that far, right?
Exactly, but the way things work, like whether you move like a city over or like 3 cities over, you still have to like book a truck. You still have to worry about loading the stuff onto the truck and making sure nothing gets lost.
Oh, is the place you're at now? It wasn't fully furnished or something.
Yeah.
Like your furniture is yours.
Yeah, the places I
okay,
live in are always like unfurnished, so I just bring my crap over.
That makes sense. Because I've been moving from one fully furnished place to another. So
Lucky you.
no, it's just stuff. It's just
Yeah.
stuff. Like okay, maybe you have it harder since moving furniture. That's a bitch.
Yeah, you're just like, all right, here's my laptop. I'm good.
Laptop, PS4.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, that's it. My
The
mic.
essentials.
You wrapped the mic.
The essentials, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mata in the chat says Cloverfield went on Netflix. This one hyped me 5 times in just 2 years.
Crazy.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
saying 5 times in 2 years is crazy. Yeah, dude, like
Yeah, that is crazy. It is crazy.
it's super crazy. But
'Cause-
yeah. Oh, sorry. Go on.
Yeah, I moved from the U.S. to the Philippines. In the Philippines, when Aiden was born, we were in Angeles. Then in Angeles, we moved to Makati once Aiden was a little older.
Mm-hmm.
And then Makati, we went from one condo to another just because we wanted a bigger condo, but then we felt like it was too big, so we went to the smaller one.
Okay.
And then after that, we even moved to Pampanga, and now I'm back in the U.S. So
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy past 2 years. So
Yeah. So Mata mentioned the Cloverfield that came out of nowhere. The Cloverfield movie
Dude,
that came
that-
out of nowhere.
it didn't come out of nowhere technically, because
Oh, yeah.
I've been excited. I've heard of it. You like hear about it, but there's no like actual trailer for it, which is weird. But then suddenly the Super Bowl does like they did something weird. Like, who does that? You know?
Yeah, we'll talk about that in just a minute. So, yeah, just to wrap things up, I've been fixing stuff. I haven't been able to stream. I haven't been able to work properly because of all this stuff. So, I'm glad that when I move, I'm changing from PLDT, my current ISP, to Converge, because the older building that I'm moving to has Converge. So hopefully that means
Nice.
my ping won't be 200 one game and then 50 the
I actually
next.
noticed, you haven't been streaming recently because the alarm on my phone hasn't been going off.
I miss you too.
I still forgot to freaking silent that, and I don't know how. Freaking Discord.
I'll teach you after. I'll show you after this. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just the move 2018 is all I'm worrying about now. After this, I'm wrapping up all this desk. I'm packing up the desktop and putting it in a suitcase, and we'll see how things go. There may not be a game bite tomorrow because of all this junk. So
Oh, that's crazy.
it sucks. But next week we'll be back and better than ever. So let's get to it, Juancho. Let's get to it. Any shout outs you want to give before we head out?
Nah, just everyone in the chat. What's up?
All right, what's
Thanks
up,
for joining
guys?
us.
Let us know. Big shout out to Mata and Rick's Riot for tuning in, and everyone else who's just there. We appreciate you guys.
Rick's
and
Riot really wants to talk about the
Disrespect.
face of Twitch. Yeah,
Well,
so
I
if
mean-
you want to bring it up, we could bring it up.
We could. I mean, I think
You can tell me about him because he just looks like Hulk Hogan to me. So
Because that's his gimmick. All right, we'll squeeze it in at the end. Because Ryan
Okay.
really wants to. I want Ryan to stay till the end.
The baits, though.
The bait.
Right.
The bait. All right. Let me lower the bed music real quick. Let's get to the news. It's the news, and it's brought to you by the Philadelphia Eagles. Still nowhere as good as the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, but you know what? Underdogs are underdogs, and we love you just the same, Philadelphia. All right, so here we go, Juancho. Oh, that's all right.
We're starting with this right away?
No, we're not. All right,
'Cause
so
I was hoping we'd save that for last or near the end, just so that just in case Jay comes on, he didn't miss talking about commercials.
Okay. So what should we talk about first then? That's a good
Let's
point.
start with, how about Black Panther, since it's coming out next week?
Dude, Black Panther is coming out next week, and I am hyped. Wait, what day does it come out in America?
I think it's on the 15th. Like,
Okay, so I'm getting it
you
2 days.
you guys get it
earlier.
earlier. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Normally, the
Technically-
Philippines always gets it earlier for some reason
Yeah.
now.
I don't get it.
You know,
I really don't get it.
back in the day, we'd be 6 months behind movies. Do you remember that? You know, and back then I'd have to find like one movie showing in the Philippine Star. Now you guys are early.
That's so true. And the thing is, let me bring up the bed music again. The thing is, like, it's still kind of like that in some provinces, but like, yeah, it's crazy. Now we get it earlier, and sometimes by like weeks. Like Thor: The Dark
wait a minute.
World.
So is it maybe it's only because I lived in the province that I get it late?
No. That was
No. Because I checked the movies in Philippine Star, right? In the freaking newspaper, so that's nationwide. Yeah, I remember it'd be like 6 months late. I'm like, dang.
We are just
I think
getting
it was-
Star Wars? Are you serious?
I think it was like Finding Nemo or something that I was like, oh, I watched it in the US. I went home and like, oh, no one knows this. Watched it yet? I'm so cool.
I mean, Finding Nemo, dude. Like, you would be the talk of the town at school when you watched Finding Nemo. All right, let's not kill off Finding Nemo too quickly here. Ryan in the chat says, no, it's early now to boost the box office numbers before the U.S. release. That makes sense. You get hype from the international
Yeah, that's true. Because
box office, and people will be like, oh my gosh, it's worth watching. And, you know, sometimes...
that makes a lot of sense because, yeah, nowadays you decide to watch a movie based on how well it's doing, like, off the bat, right?
Yeah. And you check like Rotten Tomatoes and Facebook first before you watch a movie.
Yep, before you watch a movie.
And there's a lot of hype for Black Panther, like so much hype.
Oh, there is. There's so many memes about it too, like on the internet.
Oh yeah.
Like you know, like people are saying like how they can't enjoy the early screening of Black Panther because in every scene like there's like African American people going crazy for T'Challa or something like that. I'm like, okay.
Oh man. Well, they have a lot to go nuts about because they waited this long for the Black Panther and for a black superhero to be this prominent. I mean, sure we got Falcon, but he's never led his own movie.
Yeah, Falcon and War Machine. War Machine is the first.
See, sidekick.
That's true, I guess.
Yeah.
They are both sidekicks.
Yes.
Is there no...
Ryan says, Ryan says it's to inflate the totals after opening weekend. Yeah, that makes total sense. Like, yeah, that makes total sense that they do that.
I'm doing my... Black Lightning is technically the first black superhero in modern media.
Well, to lead... Well, it's a TV show.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's a good show, by the way. Have you seen it?
Nope.
God damn it, watch. You can't see it. God damn it, watch it. It's on Netflix.
Okay. It's so hard to pick up a show nowadays. I'm reading a book right now, so I'm really into my book.
Well, read
Okay.
Altered Carbon's book. Gosh dang it.
My book's really good. You want me to get mad at you for not reading my book? No, buddy.
How good is your book? Is it mainstream media good? Like, are we talking?
It's hella good though. It's one of the best books I've ever read. That's why it's like one of the best books I've read since Harry Potter, honestly.
Oh,
Something like
wow.
that. And I'm like 13 books in, so it's taking up a lot of my time.
Oh, that's crazy. Wait, Modern Project there. See, I was thinking like I know Will Smith was a superhero, and it wasn't I Am Legend, and he brought up Hancock.
Yeah, Hancock.
Hancock. Yeah, those. See, Hancock had a great story, but
Will Smith though, so that's why I didn't watch that.
Do you not like Will Smith?
No, I really don't like Will Smith.
Oh wow! Have you seen?
No, I don't like Jaden Smith. So by
you can't.
by relation,
we
I don't like
talked
Will
about this. You can't
talked about
blame.
this. Yeah, that's
Will
also
Smith.
why I didn't watch Bright anymore.
Oh yeah. I get it. No, but Hancock was good because it's kind of like the story of Hawkman and Hawkgirl from DC. They're like reincarnated and all that. Oh, before Adrian shows up.
No. I watched it eventually, but I didn't watch it when it came out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, it was good. I quite enjoyed Hancock, but it had so much potential, but they kind of never fully fleshed out how good the movie could have been.
Francis says boo. Boo at what?
Ah, Francis! Not the show. Welcome, Francis. Welcome. All right. So, what are we talking about?
You're talking about Black Panther. What else is there to say about Black Panther anyway?
Well, it's out next week, and we don't really want to delve too deep into it because other than this, it's going to be speculation. And you and I don't like too much speculation.
I guess what we can talk about is are you hyped for it? What do you think?
So hyped. I am so hyped for this freaking movie, man. I didn't think I would be, but all the positive reactions and reception to it have gotten me excited. I want to see it, and it's a Marvel movie. How can you can't go too wrong with a Marvel movie nowadays.
Riot? I'm guessing his name's Ryan. He says,
Rick
"Get your
Riot.
facts straight. It was Spawn."
Oh my gosh! I forgot
God
about
damn.
Spawn. My gosh, it's because he was so he was Deadpool before Deadpool.
That was a long time ago. I don't even remember if he was.
He was.
I don't remember.
He was.
I can't remember. I honestly cannot remember. I like the movie. I remember liking that movie because it was edgelordy,
dark.
and edgelord was so cool back then.
Oh man! And that cape, like with 1990s effects, looked really good.
Is Shazam? Is that the name of Shaq's superhero?
Kazam.
Kazam.
And Steel. Well, Steel. Okay, now we're just nitpicking because Steel wasn't that big, and Kazam wasn't a superhero. But yeah, okay, I get it. Like, oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Oh. And Francis is saying it's a shame I couldn't meet him last Sunday because he had a little something for me. Francis, hey girl. No, Blade. Oh, now we're just
Oh
now.
my
You know what? I give
God.
up.
I'm gonna turn off the chat because we're just getting. You're the one who said it. You're the one who said it, and I tried to correct you.
Let me give you guys
Like
my
me.
geek membership card. Hold on one second.
And now he's gone to make a bit.
Here.
What is this bit?
Take it back. Take my membership card back. All right. Gosh, dang it. All right, fine. But this big of a scale, because freaking Blade was also edgy, and he's. If anything, Blade was a C level hero.
No.
call
You
him
just
a
have to
hero.
word it properly. It's the first black mainstream solo movie superhero in the Marvel universe. There we go. Just be really specific. Now they can't correct you.
All right, and Kilgrave looks really weird with his embossed body scars. All right, we'll move on. I don't want to get owned anymore.
That still weirds me out. The scars.
It's
Ugh.
messed up. All right, don't. You got Michael B. Jordan, who has a he's very attractive for a man, and don't put the attention away from the face.
But yeah, so it's coming out next week. I'm hyped too. I'm actually going all the way to Seattle again just to watch it.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna meet up with Derek?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it with Derek.
Awesome.
I think every main movie we're gonna just watch it together.
Why doesn't he go to you? What's up with that?
No. This time I wanted to go to Seattle, so he goes to me. He went to me for Justice League, which was
Oh, does that mean you're not gonna make it to the Geekcast next week? What's going on, man?
No. It's Thursday to Sunday. Thursday to Sunday.
Oh yeah, the 15th. That's right. All right. Yeah. In other Marvel news, guys, one Stan Lee, was actually hospitalized recently. Wancho,
I know, that's crazy.
It's
I saw that. But he got discharged already though, so he's fine.
Yeah, he's all right now, thankfully. But the thing is, what scares me is he's scheduled to show up in Comic-Con Philippines in a couple of weeks.
I know.
And at what point do you say he's too old? Because, come on, for the love of God, he's what, 130 at this point? Like, when is enough enough? He can't travel. He doesn't even travel across the U.S. anymore to go to conventions, and you're gonna make him go all the way to the friggin' Philippines? Like,
Maybe he wants to go to the Philippines, man. And then he's just, might as well just drop by this con, make like a lot of money while I go on vacation.
I guess it's just really scary for me because, the guy just had a major, confinement in the hospital. Like, I imagine it was kind of like this.
I feel you. I know, like, talking about Stan Lee's mortality is such a grim subject because I can't imagine a world without him, right?
Exactly. And as weird as it is, we're getting closer to that every day.
Yeah, but I think he should be fine, man. And honestly, like, he's visiting the Philippines right now. Everyone should just go see him. This is like probably your last chance ever to meet Stan Lee.
Well, tickets are sold out, and it costs like $12,000 for like the bare minimum package.
I think wasn't it 15,000 for the bare minimum?
That's messed up. Are you
plus
serious?
2,000 pesos. Plus 2,000 pesos for each person you want to add into the picture.
All right, he's making
it's Stan
bank.
Lee.
He's
It's Stan Lee, man.
He's making bank.
If I was there, I think I would have done it. Honestly.
If you were here, I would have gotten you to get like a microphone and be like, "Hey, can you get him to say like a little sound bite?"
Man, what the hell are you talking about?
No, tickets were sold out.
But did he get?
Oh, I don't know. We could ask him. I want him to be like, "I'm Stan Lee, and this is the Quit Stalling Geekcast. Excelsior!" Like, I just want him to do that, and then I'll be good. I'll be good.
I want to do like, I got this idea from Big Bang. Like, I want like a Batman comic signed by Stan Lee just for lols.
It's bad enough people getting to sign stuff.
Bang, and I was like, oh my god, that's so funny.
It's bad enough people getting to sign like Marvel stuff that have his original characters that he never, like stories he never wrote, like Ultimate Spider-Man. Like, it's weird enough that he signs those, but you're gonna get him to sign Batman.
That's hilarious. I think. That's what I want.
Think he'd do
That's
it?
what I want. If I pay 15,000 pesos, he better sign it.
You entitled bastard. If I pay this man enough money, he better put his signature on my paper.
It's just he just has to do this. Bam, 15,000 pesos. Jesus Christ.
Oh man, there's no comparison. I was gonna say, like, would you sign a podcast with like that you never were on? Like, there's no comparison for us.
Oh yeah.
Would you do it? Like,
literally, if it's no effort, something with no effort for 15,000 pesos, I'd do it.
Yeah, Francis just says Juancho throwing money at Stanley. I could just imagine like you throwing money and be like, "You whore! Sign my Batman comic, you whore!"
Is this not enough? Take it.
You asshole. Okay.
Now that I think about it, probably not even Batman. It'd be like the Teen Titans or something like that.
Okay, looking back in the chat.
Francis says, Actually, yeah, I wanted to talk about this too, because in the same con that Stan Lee's going to, like the voice actors for Zenyatta, Symmetra, Sombra, and Farah are going. I thought that was pretty crazy.
That's awesome.
It's like what the con scene in the Philippines is really blowing up the past year. You know,
Well, people are starting to throw money and expecting geeks to throw money back at them. So,
man, it just shows you how big geek culture is actually growing. So.
oh yeah, definitely. And we're trying to foster that. You know, we're trying to foster that. You know, try and help grow that, or not grow. Help make geek culture a safe space. You know, locally.
I mean, like in Asia Pop, one of the main things was Genji's voice actor was there. Now we have 4 of the Overwatch cast, and these 4, like Symmetra, Sombra, and Farah, they're like really active in social media, or Sombra is anyway, really active in social media. So he's like a popular voice actress.
Yeah.
So, that's crazy. Plus Stan Lee, you know.
Oh yeah, Stanley. You know. Hope he doesn't die in the middle of Manila traffic. Like that'd be the worst. We would get blamed for it. Like,
oh my God.
Our country would be hated by geek culture if Stanley dies in the middle of traffic.
I'm thinking of someone who, if that actually happened. I remember Chris Benoit. I watched him for the very first time live
wrestler
here in the Philippines. The wrestler, Chris Benoit. When I was really into wrestling still, I went to watch SmackDown live or something, and then I think Chris Benoit was there, and I think after that was when he did the thing where he killed himself and did a bunch of other bad stuff.
We're taking a dark turn on the Geekcast today.
Hey man, we're talking about Stan Lee's mortality, so let's move on from that. Let's talk about something happier. It made me think of Chris Benoit for some reason.
Let's move on.
Well, it also sounds like you're really against him going to the Philippines too. I didn't get to ask you that.
I just want him to not stress himself over something. The guy deserves to live out his days in the pool of money. Like,
he'll be fine. I'm sure he's getting in like a first class jet or something like that.
Oh, that's yeah.
Oh,
Hopefully.
Francis, how much was the Gaku Space meetup?
Yeah. You mentioned first class, Juancho. I mean, it is Manny Pacquiao funding this. Manny Pacquiao funding this Comic-Con. So who knows, right? Who knows? I will.
Is he really? I did not know that.
Yeah,
Is he real? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Now I don't want to go now.
Yeah, exactly right. Right.
Like I could go. Jeez.
Oh my God. Francis says the Gaku Space meetup was too expensive to remember. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. All right. So it looks like Jay isn't going to be showing up. So I think we got to talk about it. Man.
Let's go. It's like literally everything we talk about. It just leads to the Super Bowl commercials, man. Like we're talking about Black Panther, then I wanted to talk about the Infinity War trailer. So.
Oh, that's true. Well, I have some audio from an old show that we never continued, so we'll play that. All right, guys, it's time for Super Bowl commercials. All right, that's enough before we get copyrighted.
That was pretty epic. What the hell was that? And what show was that never got pushed through?
Oh, that was the Coaching Couch. We did like 2 episodes and nothing from there on out. It was we talked about sports, so we knew anything about sports. We had some guy who did taekwondo. We had a frustrated soccer athlete and a guy who wanted to make it in the MLB but never really went past rookie mode in Showtime. So here we go. We're not talking about the actual Super Bowl, guys. We're talking about the commercials from the Super Bowl. Juancho, man, how many did you see? How many commercials did you see?
I probably 10.
You saw 10? I saw around that many because they were all really good. See, this is the thing, man.
I probably watched all the funny ones, though. I didn't watch any of the stupid car commercials or anything like that. Oh, no, maybe one, the Jeep one. But
oh, yeah, but that wasn't stupid. That wasn't stupid. So leading us off is the Jeep car commercial that involved one of our favorite actors here on the Geekcast from Jurassic Park fame. Oh my God, I'm blanking on his name.
I actually when I'm trying to think of his name too. He's Chaos Guy from Jurassic Park.
Malcolm. Did you just say Chaos Guy?
Yeah, he's the one who kept saying like, oh, the chaos theory or something like that. Jurassic Park. That's how I know. Jeff Goldblum.
Life finds a way. So, oh my God, I played too much of the commercial.
Oh no, flag. That's it. GG. Let's continue next show.
That's a good 30 seconds. I think we're gonna have to edit that out. So yeah, here's the thing. Bloomy over here, Jeff Goldblum, had a really funny commercial where he turned the tables. You know, it wasn't him being chased by the T-Rex. He was the one doing the chasing in this Jeep commercial, and it was really funny because, you know, he did a thing where he was like, oh, it's perfect. Like he did because the girl went up to him and was like, oh, do you want to take it for a test run? And he just looks in a Jeff Goldblum-y way, and he just goes, I just did. And it just reminded me of his scene in Friends where he just went like, you have to explore the vertical. You're too horizontal. And like, this guy is like the weirdest actor, but it works so well.
I actually, when I started watching it, I actually thought it was gonna be Jurassic World trailer or something like that. But honestly, the T-Rex didn't look too good, in my opinion, in the trailer.
Yeah,
it looked very CG. But then I realized it was a Jeep commercial, so.
Yeah, and I love how good. So here's one thing I picked up from all of this, from all the Super Bowl commercials, is how good the cameras are in these commercials. Because Juancho, you've been exposed to local commercials here in the Philippines and how crappy the camera work is and how crappy the cameras are. Like, these are all HD, like movie quality cameras they're using for these commercials.
You can't even compare, right?
Right?
Honestly, I could tell you the basic formula of a Filipino TV commercial. You're gonna have either a song and dance that's really stupid, and a girl whose hair is so CG or something, but it's really shiny, or for some reason like some love story, like in your TV commercial.
Yeah, and same applies for actual TV shows. Like that's pretty much the formula for those as well.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah. So and one good example
That's
is
how
this.
we do it.
Oh, whoops.
It's
this Pringles commercial. Like they have a blue screen.
That one I did not see actually.
They have a blue screen. They have like, look at how nice and crisp and clear the camera is. Like, it's crazy. Sorry to the audio only listeners.
I'm sure they had to have top of the line stuff. You know, these are commercials for the Super Bowl, and I'm sure like there's the spots for the commercial, they're hella expensive.
Oh yeah, definitely. But that's the thing as well. I've watched commercials in America, and they all look good. Like,
oh no, oh yeah, they do. I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. We should ask one of the ABS-CBN, someone from there or something.
No, I talked to a friend. I think it was Rick's Riot in the chat, who was saying that, you know, they just don't want to pay for
I've
the
had three
better
people try to eat me today.
They just don't want to pay for the better cameras, like, because they can get away with not using them.
This is actually one of my favorite commercials.
Yeah, so this one is Danny DeVito as the red M&M saying that he wants to be human, and he ends up becoming human, and he gets run over. So. And you know,
I mean, he should do more commercials. He should be the red M&M. He looks like the red M&M. It was perfect. It was perfect. I loved it.
It's absolutely perfect. Yeah. So, actually, this is one of the, honestly, one of the better ones, and it's really funny. So yeah, and that's one of my points is, you know, look how good this looks, and you know the CG with the brown M&M. Like, we know it's CG, but it's still really good, and. It's just so frustrating and also awesome to see. You know, it's inspiring to see commercials like this, and it's really creative. The advertising companies that really make their money.
No, dude, like on the spot, like freaking the advertising people they're just geniuses, I think. Like the commercials were top notch this year.
Hands down. All right, so speaking of top notch, I think the star of the show for me was Tide.
Oh no, definitely Tide.
So what were your thoughts, man? Because Tide did something that I don't know. I'm sure some people have joked about.
They did an old. They were meta. That's why it was so interesting.
Yeah.
You know, they're telling you, oh, this isn't some car commercial. This isn't some, I forget what other kinds of commercials he said. This isn't some insurance commercial. You know, it's Tide, and it's just hilarious. And I feel like Tide put a lot of money because they have a lot of free publicity right now with the Tide Pod stuff. So now
really do.
They had a lot of free bad publicity, so now they had to make another meme. They had to make another thing people on the internet are going to talk about. Now it's actually Tide.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, a stupid epidemic in America right now, because oh god, I don't know why it's happening, but people have been eating.
Have you seen a Tide Pod?
Yes, I have, and it doesn't even look that appetizing.
No, are you kidding me? They look like candy. They really, really do look like candy, and they smell nice.
I have been conditioned to look at this image and know it's soap. I don't know why, but I see
it
soap.
Looks like candy. It really does to me.
Chat, settle this for us. Would you eat a Tide Pod if you didn't know it was Tide?
Honestly, it's like orange, blueberry, and vanilla, and then it looks like taffy. And then it actually smells good too. So, I mean, I've never eaten a Tide Pod, but I think it's also stupid. I think it's stupid, but then when you do laundry and you look at it and you're like, it really does look like candy. I wouldn't be surprised if before the Tide Pod challenge, a bunch of kids actually ate Tide Pod, like accidentally.
See, that's another thing. Sorry, that's another thing. It's not a challenge. Why are kids?
It's what it's called. It's a challenge. What is a challenge? Just doing something that's difficult.
The challenge is,
and then the challenge here is to live. That's the challenge.
I hate this world. Oh god, yeah. So going back to the commercials, I guess. Fucking challenge. I'm swearing on the show. I don't swear on the show. Oh my god. Yeah, some kids in America are doing it. So now they need good publicity, and they've spent a lot of money. And they made a funny point that I think people have joked about is everyone's clothes on commercials are so pristine and clean. Like, look at Isaiah Mustafa. He's not even wearing clothes. He's just like wearing it around his neck. He's not even putting it around on his body. So, yeah, everyone's clothes in commercials are so pristine and clean. So the point Tide is making, and Hopper here from Stranger Things is making is every commercial is a Tide ad, because even this Mr. Clean commercial, gosh dang it, is a Tide ad because everyone's clothes is so clean. And what would you use? And they're saying Tide is the best laundry detergent. They squeeze it in at the end in one of the commercials, and they say like it's the leading brand, and it's genius marketing because now people aren't gonna unsee it.
That's true. I just love too that they spoof the whole freaking Old Spice thing. That was the best moment. That was just the best commercial moment for me.
That was gold. Yeah, that was really good. So yeah, huge props to Tide and whichever advertising company came up with this, because it's so good. It's so clever.
Actually, like the best commercials off the Super Bowl are all the fake out ones. The Jeep, the Tide, and then we haven't talked about another one, which is the.
Am I on course?
That one.
Yes! Crocodile Dundee 2, or the Son of Dundee. Turns out, guys,
that was a movie.
Turns out all of this was just a campaign leading up to this commercial telling you that it's not for a movie.
It's a commercial for Australia.
Yes. So Chris Hemsworth, at the end of this final Dundee trailer, reveals that it's not a commercial for a movie. It's not a trailer for a movie. It's for Australian tourism, and this was so good.
No, dude. You have no idea. Like when the thing was starting out, I was making mental notes in my head because I like to I nitpick stuff in the movies, right? And I'm like, oh, it's another Chris Hemsworth as like a side person. You know, I was making notes like that in my head. Like I was thinking of Ghostbusters, like how he was like a side character ish.
Yeah.
So I was making notes like that in my head, and I'm like, oh, it's Chris Hemsworth again. And I'm like, oh wait, it's not a movie.
But it's like now people want the movie.
I know there's like a petition for it now.
Because it's
and then now I want to see it.
Yeah, and now I want to see the movie, which I think may happen if people like these enough. And you know, it's Danny McBride. He's done so much dumb stuff that I think it could work. 2, Chris Hemsworth has so much star power. And 3, I want to go to Australia now. Like, it worked.
I know.
Everything they tried to achieve in this worked. Oh my God.
I mean, I'd rather just buy Tide. It's cheaper than going to Australia.
No, stop it. Stop it.
I mean, out of all the commercials, you know, that I liked, probably I'd buy M&M's and Tide, then buy Jeep and go to Australia. Or go to Australia. You know?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and you know, these are all so clever. Like I can't think of one that wasn't good. Like the Alexa one was really good.
Yeah, that was hilarious. That one I saw early before the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they had a bunch leading up to it, right? Like they were sending Gordon Ramsay and what's her name? I don't want to say Fat Amy, but I have to.
I don't know. I really don't know the name of the other person. The singer.
Yeah. Well, she's not a singer. Oh, the rapper girl.
Yeah.
I don't know who that one is, but yeah, they had like Fat Amy from Pitch Perfect.
The
Australian girl as well. They had they had so many people.
Oh, they had what's his name? Odin or
yes,
Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal Lecter, yeah. How are we blanking on these? Odin. And I was gonna say her name, but I totally forgot as well. The girl from Ghostbusters and Anthony Hopkins. No, not that's
Anthony
not
Hopkins. There we go.
Yeah, and gosh dang it, not Lindsay. Ghostbusters 2016. Why is this happening? Someone help us out.
I didn't watch Ghostbusters.
Leslie Jones. Leslie frickin' Jones and JB Smoove. Yeah, they had all these great actors do these commercials, and it was good. Rebel Wilson, for the love of God, yeah, Fat Patricia. Thank you, Francis. And it was really good. It wasn't the best one, honestly, but it was clever.
The Alexa one?
Yeah, the Alexa one. Like honestly, it wasn't the best one for me, but I still liked it.
I think they could have stopped at Gordon Ramsay, and then that would be it.
Yeah.
Like when they did it more, it kind of just it's the same joke again, technically.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. And here's the thing.
First.
For those of you watching the video feed, how good are the cameras on this? Like
you really won't let that go, Jesus.
Because it's like a freaking movie. We're watching 30-second movies here, people. So good.
Oh, another one I liked was the Tyrion and Morgan Freeman.
Oh, how did we not bring
the
that
Doritos
up yet?
and Mountain Dew.
Yeah, where is that? Let me bring that up. Yeah, that's right. That was a really good one. Hold on. Doritos.
The thing about that one is I saw that before the Super Bowl too. So this is the process of how I was able to see that commercial. First, I saw the trailer for that commercial. Did you get to see that?
Yeah.
It was like a trailer for that commercial, and it was like it dropped down the date of when the commercial is gonna go out, and then I saw like leak footage for the trailer or for the commercial. It's not even a trailer; it's just a commercial. Leak footage for the commercial. Then I saw the commercial after the Super Bowl. So I was like, wow, like the length of like I had to go through just to watch that stupid commercial for Doritos and Mountain Dew. It was
Yeah, and I really thought it was Peter Dinklage doing the rap until Morgan Freeman came out, and then I was like, okay.
I thought that
right.
too. Yeah.
Oops. Yeah. So it was really fun. You guys should see this one. Let's see what else was good. I wanted to mention like one or two more. Hold on before we get to the trailers.
Those are all the ones I think were funny.
Oh, Keegan Michael
think-
Key, explaining stuff. Have you seen this one?
I didn't see that one.
Oh, this one's good. So he talked about how people like really fluff like really basic things, like a haircut where a dresser's like, oh, I'm gonna take you out and then I'm gonna put you back in and I'm gonna add my sauce, and he's just gonna be, and then he was just like, oh, he's gonna cut it short and then style it a little bit to make it look longer than it is. Like he gets to the point. And it's really funny because it's pretty much just for insurance. Because you know how... Oh, no, not insurance, loans. Because how you get those like people that try to explain too much when you're trying to take a loan. And he's saying that this app just pretty much does it in 2 clicks. So it's really good. Then at the end, he just looks at a painting. And he's like, oh, it's just a great app. Because you know how people try to look for like too much meaning in stupid paintings.
Okay. I'll try. I did not see that one, but I feel like you explained it well. So
yeah, I tried. I really tried. And then there's one where it's Odell Beckham Jr. and Eli Manning doing the what's it called? The thing that Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone did. The
dirty dancing move. What the hell?
There we go, dirty dancing. Why is this happening to me today? Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Was it Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone? No.
Yeah. It was right. It was at the scene where she was like, "It's like
that
you
one movie."
photoshopped. Yeah. It's like he takes her back to his place and
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that movie with Steve Carell, and she was like, "Oh my god, it's like your Photoshop." She has that little cute like thing on it. It's like your Photoshop.
I forgot what movie was that?
Crazy Stupid Love, I think. Crazy. See, we can't remember anything.
I know, it's so bad.
Why are we even doing the show? Yeah, Crazy Stupid Love. Oh God. Man, all right. Let's get to the meat of the show, Juancho. All right. We're not gonna do episode recap today, so we might as well talk about the trailers that dropped.
Yes.
Earlier on. We talked about Jeff Goldblum, The Blooms, and Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, and we actually got a full trailer for it. So
during the Super Bowl, yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Compared to like the Star Wars one, it was a teaser. But then the actual trailer came out later, so.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that. Yeah, that's right. Solo's trailer came out. So we're talking about Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. Did you see the trailer for this?
I did. Yeah, I did.
Give me your thoughts.
It was throwing me off because there are scenes in the island and there are scenes inside a house, right?
Yeah.
And in the house, there's like a raptor, so I'm like, oh, so she's dreaming, right? You know, it's a dream sequence or something. But then it turns out to be a real thing where you see Chris Pratt worried or something. So I don't know. It makes me think that it's gonna be exactly like the second movie, the Jurassic Park 2, where they brought home dinosaurs, right, to a suburban area
from Isla. Was it Nublar? Whatever.
That island, they brought it. They bring it from the island, and it's exactly like that, right? They're trying to save the dinosaurs. That's the plot for this movie. Why did you not like? I like that. I like the Lost World.
It was too much.
Jurassic Park 2.
What I liked about Jurassic Park and Jurassic World was, you know, the whole complex, like what Goldblum was talking about. You know, life finds a way, and people trying to play God, and the horror suspense of that, and not Godzilla, where the T-Rex were just going through the city and tearing shit up. Like, I hope they don't lose too much of the identity, because they just refound it in Jurassic World. You know, I don't want them to lose that again.
Yeah, I feel like there's gonna be a huge time skip too, because the park looks really dilapidated.
Oh yeah,
right?
It does.
So that's kind of weird, too.
I mean, it can't be too big, because it can't be too big, right? Like,
well, we'll have to wait till the movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, they revealed that there's gonna be they made a new dinosaur too.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever get? See, that's one of the things I would have done my research on. Like, I would have done like a clip by clip thing, trying to find like, oh, there's actually like a whole picture of the dinosaur. I didn't get to do that.
Yeah.
But it looks like a mini. It's like a raptor, kinda. It's like a super raptor this time, not a super T-Rex.
Yeah, it's Indominus Tor. Like
Indominus Rex Mini. It's made by Apple.
Yeah, it's the iRex Mini.
iRex Mini. Yeah.
I have a show title now. iRex Mini. God damn. iRex Mini. Okay. So yeah, I actually got hyped for this. I want to see this now.
I've always wanted to see it ever since.
I mean,
the
yeah,
first
that's
Jurassic.
you're, true. I do want to see it, but like, I can't wait. When is it out? It's June 22, so it can't come soon enough for me.
June's not that far off. It's not too bad.
Yeah. So
It also makes you think too, like, you know, the island is exploding, right?
yeah.
Why did they build a park there in the first place? So
Yeah, like it was cheap. It was owned by what's his name? The grandpa.
it was owned by the Indian guy.
No,
Right?
no. Well, in the first movie, it was owned by what's his name?
Oh no. Oh wait, but it's the same island, right?
John
You're
Hammond.
right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was It was Isla
I
Nublar.
forgot that. I forgot that it was actually the same island.
Yeah, Francis in the chat said Isla Bliplorp. Yes, it was Isla Bliplorp. Yeah. So, yeah, freaking life finds a way. Yeah. So, yeah, I can't wait for June. Like, this is a good year for movies. Like, we got Infinity War.
I mean, it's not a 2020. It's not a 2016. It's okay.
Oh man, I love this show. All right, so Juancho, you mentioned this earlier. We got a teaser for the teaser trailer of Solo, a Star Wars movie. Your thoughts on this, man? First of all, your thoughts on everything, on Solo itself, and
I'm not
both trailers.
excited for Solo, honestly.
Really? Ooh.
Not at all. Like, even the trailer didn't make me excited because the actor doesn't even look like a young Han Solo, in my opinion.
I can see it, but I don't know.
It's like, yeah, when you cover his eyes and stuff, he kind of looks like Han Solo because of the hair and the chin, but that's it. He didn't really look
belongs
like
in a
Han
museum,
Solo.
Dad. See, like here. I think I got it. See, you cover his eyes, and he kind of looks like him.
Yeah, but the eyes are so important.
That's true. And my big gripe was this title card. It looks so fan made.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Solo, a Star Wars movie. Yeah, when it came out, it didn't exactly hype me up.
yeah, and the thing is, for Solo, we just saw the golden dice there on his dashboard. Again, sorry to the audio only listeners. The thing with this is, there hasn't been any hype until this trailer, and until now, there's still not that much hype around it. So I think people aren't expecting that much, which could propel it to success.
Oh, maybe, but I don't know. It's like, is there any? Because he's gonna get through all of this, and he's gonna be fine. There's no pressure in this movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unlike like Rogue One was crazy because, well, you hope that they survive and be part of the rebellion somewhere or something. But I wanted new characters. I didn't want to follow them anymore.
Well, and the thing is, the rumor has it is we're gonna get to see him meeting Chewie. We're gonna see him winning the Millennium Falcon from Lando, and we're gonna see the Kessel Run. All three key points in his backstory shoved into one movie, which none of them actually needed to be told. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you know exactly what happens. He meets Chewie. He wins the Millennium Falcon. He does the Kessel Run. 5
Like-
parsecs, was it? 3 parsecs? I forget.
12. Less than
Which is 12?
Yeah.
Well, you know that he's gonna do it. There's no pressure at all in the movie.
Yeah, it's just dumb. And
It's just making whatever we know already visualized. So
and again, it's just going to be disappointing because whatever you had in your mind, it's not going to be matched.
unless the freaking Kessel Run is actually that crazy Cthulhu looking thing, because that was crazy.
Well, a Kessel Run is a spice run. It's like a path you take. I don't know. It's
But if it involves that crazy Cthulhu thing, that thing is crazy.
It is crazy. You're right. I don't know.
I'm excited for that because that's something we don't get. We didn't get a lot, I think, in the newer Star Wars movies, like crazy big monsters. We don't have our new Rancor yet.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So this crazy giant Cthulhu thing could be our new Rancor.
I mean, it was huge, right? It was huge. All right. What other trailers do we have to talk about, Juancho? What other trailers do we have to talk about?
The Infinity War. How can you forget about the Infinity War one?
Infinity War trailer. It was 30 seconds, but there was a lot.
What I got from the Infinity War trailer was just, so we're actually going to be in space. Because there's scenes in space, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And Iron Man's armor is hella cool. It looks like Extremis. Do you think it's Extremis? Bleeding Edge?
I mean,
because it came out of nowhere.
Yeah. And it's like nanotech. So
Yeah, right there. Like it really comes out of nowhere. That I actually saw like frame by frame, and it's just it kind of looks like, you remember that one piece of armor he had, the watch?
Oh yeah.
Like he pulled the watch and then the watch turned into red stuff and he had a thing. It looks like that, but entire armor.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Cap's tiny ass shield that isn't gonna protect him?
Oh no, I thought that was lame. How is he gonna boomerang throw that thing?
I mean,
and it expands
what's
like
he gonna
this?
shield with it?
It's like
is he?
that. It was like that's it. That's its movement. I'm like,
Yeah, that's why I wanted Jay on. Like, I don't know if there's like comic context to this, but
I know.
it looks like it's not gonna shield anything. Like, seriously,
it looks.
what is that gonna
it's more
protect?
Armband than a shield.
Yeah,
really.
like a
unless
bracer.
It didn't expand. I mean, you never know. It might expand still.
Yeah.
That was just the first part. That stupid thing.
And Francis in the chat says it was a glove, as far as I know. Yeah, right. It's a bracer. It's Wonder Woman's bracer, but bigger. Like.
You're gonna see Captain America doing all.
I mean, it worked for her, and she sold a lot of tickets. It could work for us, right? Like,
I mean, like, one of Cap's go-to move is that he actually fits inside like the circle, inside the shield, right? If he does the ball thing, it completely protects him. How's he gonna do that now?
well, like Francis says in the chat, it protects his pretty face. That's all he needs. Protects his face. All right. So yeah. All right. So Infinity War hype. Like it can't come soon enough. This one is the one that really can't come soon enough. It's supposed to release May 4, which is early summer, and I guess that'd mean it'd release like April here. So
Maybe.
yeah, man. I'm super psyched for this. I don't want to get too hyped because there's still so much of a distance to go, but it's so good.
There's still gonna be the Wasp, right? Ant-Man the Wasp.
Oh yeah.
The
Ant-Man
trailer
and the
actually dropped after our show last week.
Oh yeah, should we talk about it? We might as well, right? Ant-Man and the Wasp. Well, let's wrap things up with Ant-Man and the Wasp because it was a good trailer. You could really see the rom-comminess of this. I didn't say communist.
Like the jokes were getting thrown left and right in just the trailer.
Yeah, and in a good way. It wasn't cheesy. It wasn't. Yeah. I mean, not to knock on other superhero movies, but it wasn't. I don't.
It was in
like
character.
you.
It was in character.
Yeah.
Like one of the jokes I really liked was the Wasp was like, she was mad she didn't get asked to join him in Captain America's Civil War thing. She got mad, and then like she makes a joke about one thing's for sure: if I was there, you guys wouldn't have got caught. And that's within her character because she's like really cocky, She really
Yeah.
is really cocky like the first movie. So it fit
like
perfectly.
Yeah,
Not
the
like,
thing is, though... Sorry, yeah, go on.
Yeah, not like oh, well, something's bleeding. That's a terrible joke. That's a terrible way to make a joke.
Oh my god. Yeah. Man. But I do want to say, yeah, I did like that line. But the thing is, didn't he get kidnapped? Didn't Scott Lang didn't he have a bag over his head and got shoved into a truck?
Well,
a van?
I'm sure after he decided to join, he'd be like, "Oh, I have a cell phone to call. There's this other person that could join us, who could probably fly here."
You think she had the suit by then? By then?
Wasn't the suit revealed right after the first movie? So technically,
That's
right?
true. You're right. That makes sense.
suit
Real quick,
was
shout out to
there.
Cece over in the Twitch chat who said Marvel and giving us her power. And then Arcaro Gaming for the host. Thank you, Arcaro. Mikey, he was on the show last week. We loved having him on the show. Mikey, thank you so much. He was a great guest on Game Bite. So thank you so much, Mikey, and thank you for the host. Appreciate it.
Oh,
so much. This guy's so
now that I think about it, the trailers for the Infinity War and Star Wars were really short.
Yeah.
Because Disney had to pay for 2 spots.
Oh, that makes sense. So they just paid for 2 teasers instead of one,
Yeah.
instead of for 2 long trailers, and they just released the longer ones on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes total sense. All right,
It's expensive.
playing Moneyball here. All right, that makes sense. All right, anything else we should talk about before we end the show?
One last thing. Sorry, we really
for
have
it.
to talk about this. The best thing to come out of the Super Bowl, besides the actual Super Bowl, would probably be the trailer for the Cloverfield movie. Because who does that?
Oh, whoops,
We didn't get to talk about this.
Yeah, sorry. That's right.
You know?
That's right. Yeah, the thing
Who
is,
does that? They released the trailer and then they said it's coming out later tonight on Netflix. That's crazy.
that is risky.
Why would you say it's risky? I think it... Because what are people going to do after the Super Bowl? They're still going to be hanging out or something. They could watch... And it's a Sunday. They could watch Netflix.
No, that's true. But then there was minimal hype, is what I mean. There was absolutely minimal hype aside from the rumors that the Cloverfield's coming to Netflix. Aside from that, no one knew what was going to happen, and then it could have been a TV show for all we knew, right?
Because I feel like that's for people who are fans of Cloverfield, it's understandable that there's little to no trailer things. Because, what did they do for 10 Cloverfield Lane? They did an ARG and everything, and that's what they depended on. They did something different to promote the movie, and this was just in your face.
That
So
makes
it was
sense.
something different.
Yeah,
It's
I get.
Really
Yeah,
different. So
yeah, that
that's
makes
the whole
total
appeal
sense.
to it. I don't know if the movie's good or not. My brother says it's not a very good movie. So
Oh
damn.
no! Oh, that's okay. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
What?
Well, yeah. Aside from that, there's also the Westworld trailer got dropped. So we're getting Westworld in not too long from now. When are we getting Westworld? Let me check that. Westworld is coming out. The new season is coming out April 22, folks. Westworld. Have you seen the first season?
It just dawned. No, I did not. You're telling me to? Maybe I'd watch Westworld because Westworld because I actually know what that is.
Yeah.
Not like the other thing. But it just dawned to me another company that did the exact same thing where they showed a trailer and released something the very same day was Nintendo, and it worked out great.
Oh, that's true.
They released the trailer for the new Zelda DLC, and then they released it on the same day. I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Okay, yeah, that makes total sense. All right, well, it works for some things, I guess, not all. So yeah, good. I hope Cloverfield isn't as bad as your brother says.
I think that's perfect because the amount of hype you have after watching a trailer is so big. Oh my god, I have to watch this movie.
Yeah.
Remember the Greatest Entertainer? What World's Greatest Entertainer? Do you know that movie?
The Greatest Showman?
The Greatest Showman, that one. The trailer for that was insane. It was insane. It made after watching that, I was like, oh man, I have to watch this movie. But then time passes, I'm like, I don't really feel like watching it now that it's out.
Oh yeah.
Netflix is
true.
oh my god, hype for this movie, and I can watch it now. I'm gonna watch it now.
See, you're right, because we live in an era where we get trailers like a year before release. So that makes it. Yeah, you know what?
Yep, the attention span of people too. You have to take into that account, and they're just riding the hype.
You are so right. You are so. You know what? Yeah, people stop releasing trailers like years before. Give us a trailer like a day or a month before. Like don't make us wait too long. All right, you're on the nose on this. Okay, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. All right, so we got to wrap up the show, Juancho. Let me play the music. That's it. We did it. We did episode 57, the last one in the Quit Stalling Media Studios studio, and it was a great episode. Thank you everyone for stopping by.
Cabinet.
Yeah, I will miss you too, Brown Cabinets. I might have Brown Cabinets installed just to make you feel better. In my new place. We'll see. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We appreciate everyone who stopped by. Francis, Mata, CC, Rick's Riot, and everyone else who's messaged us. I don't know if anyone else messaged us, but yeah, we appreciate you guys stopping by. We hope you enjoy the show. So much more coming. No game by tomorrow. I think I'll say it now just to be sure that, because it's uncertain, but it's very likely that there's no game by tomorrow because of all the moving. But yeah, thank you everyone for stopping by. We will be back next week with the Geekcast and Game Bite. I'll be sure to have like VODs up premiering during our normal time slots. Yes, there will be a housewarming party, and we will miss Juancho. So we'll fly you out here one day. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I keep saying that. Juancho, any shout outs, any things you want to say before we head out?
Nope. Sorry if I think I rambled a lot because the show was a little long.
No, it was good. I love hearing your voice and your thoughts, Juancho. Your thoughts.
All right. Yeah, just thanks to everyone who watched. Just what Harold said. Everyone in chat, you're awesome.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. No. Juancho, where can the folks at home find you when you're not on the Quit Stalling Geekcast?
You can find me at my Instagram, which is at Juancho Saldana, and my Twitter, which is at Juancho Saldana. I was one of those. Dang, I mixed it up.
We'll change one of those.
And then you're gonna say, "Oh man, you really need some brand properness or whatever you say."
We'll do it.
Brand identity.
Yeah, we'll fix it. I mean, this is or else this is what happens. Like,
I know. I mixed it up, and that's just my name.
And it's not like you have like 7 of them. You have 2, so it's really.
I forgot which one was the Instagram and which one was the Twitter.
We'll work it out. We'll work it out. All right. If you want to find me outside of the Quit Stalling Geekcast, I'm on Game Bite on Wednesdays, 9:30 p.m. Philippine Standard Time. That's 5:30 a.m. Denver, 6:30 a.m. Minnesota, 7:30 a.m. California, I think. What time is Game Bite over there? Watch. 30? Like
I don't know. It's all like right. In the morning.
Juancho doesn't watch Game Bite. That's fine.
It's in the morning.
You can find me at Herald Plays on Instagram, on Twitter, twitch.tv/Herald Plays. Leave me a follow. And if you want to find out more about the Quit Stalling Geekcast and all the other podcasts we have in the Quit Stalling Media Network, head on over to Facebook, facebook.com/QuitStallingUs, Twitter @QuitStallingUs. We have Instagram @QuitStalling. You can find us on YouTube, youtube.com/QuitStalling, and of course on Twitch, twitch.tv/QuitStalling, which is where you're watching us right now. Leave us a follow, subscribe to us, cheer us on with some bits, and if you want to donate or help us out and support us in other ways, click on the support button below on Twitch, and you'll find links there. I think that's it. We're done. It was a great Geekcast. We'll do a very quick after show just to wrap things up, wrap the live stream up after this. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Same geek time, same geek channel. Till then, bye everybody. Bye.
See ya.
See ya. This episode of Quit Stalling Geekcast was brought to you by the Quit Stalling Media Network. Get off your butts and quit stalling.